When we talk about unity here in Korea, we also think about the division between the two Koreas. A lot of exchange has been happening and is happening between Korea and Germany. Germany, which has overcome the division 31 years ago, which we are celebrating actually also here in the Garden of Unity. Based on your expertise and working experience with the Friedrich Naumann Foundation here in Korea, how do you see the situation on the Korean peninsula and how is it comparable to the contemporary history of Germany?
31 years, of course, I think we have to see and recognize that unification is a process, it's a continuous process. If we remember the time before 20, 25 years and see what we have achieved right now, by now, I think we can be proud of many things, but we also have to admit that this real ideal unification maybe will never be reached. Otherwise, we would not need any more Goethe Institut, any more Friedrich Naumann Foundation, or the efforts of our churches to contribute to that. So, and I'm not sure, we should not blame Corona for everything. I'm not sure if we wouldn't have had this polarization in the German society that we are seeing now in different circumstances. Maybe, maybe not. We will never be able to say about that. What I can say about Korea, wow, you won't find a single country in the world where you see so much compassion, so much also joy about the Germans, who must be the luckiest people in the world that they overcame the division of the two parts. It's a very long way to go for Korea, and we don't know if we will see that one day or not. But when it comes to this, it's always a question to create channels of exchange, maybe on the cultural field. I think the non-political fields play a key role in that you work together in divided countries, that you maybe exchange, organize a cultural exchange, whatever. But this is an extremely long process. And we thought in Germany that it would take one generation to reach unity. I would say unity as such is maybe never reached completely. And this is the challenge for us. And this is what it makes it so important that we continue organizing this dialogue. It needs to learn to know each other. And in Germany, it's 83 million people, individuals behind this figure. On the Korean Peninsula, it's altogether 76 million individuals again. So what you can try is bringing together maybe some shared interests, some values and goals, because there are problems and phenomena in this world which cannot be solved anymore by a single country. And this is where we have to go if we want to come to a unity that really consider our shared interests and maybe the values and just what we want when it comes to environment, climate change, whatever, you name it. It's so many, so many fields where you need the cooperation, and we don't have to call it unity from the beginning. That will be someday, and it will always remain an ideal, but it's important to have it, but it would be an illusion that we could ever reach it. And maybe life would be boring if everything would be so united.
Yeah, and it's all an ongoing process. Do you think in this digital shift, the Goethe Institut network will continue with some formats? Are there sustainable ways you could find?
Yes, so I think it's definitely going to be a future where we are looking into hybrid formats very much. So I cannot imagine doing a local format without at least recording it or maybe even live streaming it or something like that. So that's I think that's going to continue. We all learned how to do it now and it should come easier to us now. But the truth is there are some experiences that cannot be replaced digitally. So of course we are also very much relying on a personal contact between individuals. And also for me, my experience is you can understand a lot of things, from talking online or exchanging on Zoom or on the phone, but you get so much more information if you're meeting in person, if you're seeing a place in real life. I think since we are sensual beings, there's so much more that's going to be transformed or understood about the situation. So, of course, I think we're going to also be very happy to resume working in real life and having people really meet. But maybe because, of course, in terms of sustainability, maybe it's going to be the end of short period traveling or just coming for one event and traveling a lot. So we are also thinking about how we can have more sustainable long-term visits or maybe more residencies to make it worthwhile to travel again.